Hi viewers, welcome to Agri Livestock channel where we learn matter to do with agriculture. So in this video I'll be showing you how we intercrop Supernapier with corn for silage purposes. So as you can see here, we have pure Supernapier Pakchong 1 here. It was a section here is on a quarter acre, but I had already planted all the way, but I have left the old version of Napier grass here, and I have decided to uproot it because I've seen the growth rate of this super Napier is very high and the yield is very high, and milk production increased when I started giving the super Napier. So I decided to uproot all the old Napier grass, and I have decided to plant these super Napier. I am using a method called Tumbukiza. As you can see here, I have a hole. I dug a hole, I left it, and then I planted using the 45 degrees of the cutting. So these are super Napier cutting, and they have already started sprouting out. So one thing that you should know is when you are the first time that you are planting the super Napier, you have to keep in mind how you can economize your land so that you can have as much fodder as possible. So at the center here, I have planted maize for silage, and between the Tumbukiza, these holes, the one that I'm using for Tumbukiza, I have dug a furrow here, or a ditch, or a row here, where I have planted maize still, that is for silage purposes. So for each and every, I have done one Tumbukiza, a furrow for the maize, Tumbukiza, a furrow for the maize, just like that. But inside, at the center of the Tumbukiza, the hole, I have planted maize. So this is what you're supposed to be doing, so that you can economize your land, and you take the space, you utilize the space as much as possible. So they have already started sprouting. As you can see, that is a sprout, that one, yeah. And with time, all these will sprout out, because we are currently having rains on and off. But you don't give up as a dairy farmer, or as a livestock farmer, or as a farmer in general. You don't give up. You keep on fighting. Another thing that you have put in mind is the spacing. Yeah. Between those holes, I'm having a 1 meter. Yeah, you have to put on 1 meter, because what I've realized when I planted these, you see, they will they grow, they will occupy the entire land. If they don't have space for air circulation, for right penetration and all that, they won't grow as fast as you would wish. So always make sure that you have enough space when you are planting your super Napier, and to economize, you just put on. So this is only the first time, because this is the first time that I'm planting the super Napier here. I'm not, next time when I cut it, I'm not be planting maize, because there will be no space for planting, because they will start sprouting from the ground, and they will cover the entire area. So there will be no space for planting maize. So you can do the same, guys. You can do the same. Even if you have a small portion of land, you can intercrop both the super Napier and the maize for corn. The reason we are doing this is we want to ensure that we have fodder security. Yeah, fodder security. And once, if you are a farmer, especially dairy farmers or goat farmers, the thing that makes farming to be uh, tiresome, or to not to make it in it, is the fodder. Fodder is the most crucial thing when it comes to livestock farming. Whether you are doing beef, you are doing dairy cows, dairy goats, sheep, the fodder is the most important thing. So you have to have in mind that in future, because the herd will keep on increasing in future. Like for cow, we say one calf per year. So in some years, you have as many cows as possible. Will you get the enough fodder that you need for them to feed on? Yeah, so you have to make sure that you have as much fodder as possible. Another thing is, once you have you have planted, make sure you have as much as manure as possible. I put on manure here, as you can see. But this is a different kind of manure. Like now, this one is a cow manure, but this one is pig manure. You see, there's a difference, even the color itself. So pig manure, have realized it needs a lot of water for it to be wet, or to maintain, to retain the moisture. It needs a lot of water. But for cow, it has already moisture. So I would prefer you use the cow manure. Uh, for better water retention and all that. And the reason I'm not put on soil on the top is I want it to absorb as much water as possible, to retain as much water as possible, so that they can sprout well and have a better growth. Yeah. So all these is super napier. That's super napier. All these is super napier. Just this phase that I was not done with it, but once I decide something, I do it, and these are results. Within a week or two, everything will have sprouted out, and if God's grace, with God's grace, if we have enough rainfall, we'll be having a very different scenario, like not like the one that you're seeing today. You have better results. Yeah. The only thing that you need as a farmer is you just make a decision on what to do, on whether you want to go to crop farming or livestock, and then you just go it without turning back. Just go it, run from it, learn from your failures, and embrace as much failures as possible, because it is in that failure that you will learn one or two things. Yeah. That you will learn not to give up, that you will learn on how to improvise, on how to find solutions elsewhere, and all that, and everything will be good. Yeah. So take advantages of the rainy season that you're having, guys. Yeah? And plant as much fodder as possible. Yeah. If you need some cuttings, I have a lot of Supernapier. Not this one, I have others that are grown, and I can send you some cuttings if you may interested. Currently I'm in central Kenya, and I can send you wherever you are through the parcel delivery organizations, like we have for buses, we have for G4S. We have so many. So if you interested with the cuttings, just contact me on +254 793 754 966. Let me repeat: +254 793 754 966. I'll hook up you with some cuttings and you plant. You may not need many if you are you don't need to plant a lot, or even if you don't have money, guys, make sure you spend just a little amount. Yeah. Sacrifice, spend a little amount of money, and then buy some cuttings, plant. Yeah. Even you can buy a few, like now you can buy a whole for me, because I have in plenty. I'm planting for. So if you a small portion, yeah, and you let it grow, and with time, when you are ready, you'll be ready to plant on a bigger area, you will cut it from your the one that you bought, and then you you see it has already started planting, and then you cut it and you plant uh, on your land, making minimal amount of money spent. So take advantages of the rain, take advantages of the cuttings where available, and plant as much. So the joy of every farmer is seeing, like now you see you have so much Supernapier, although this is very small compared to the animal that I have. And currently I'm not eating this one. I cut this one, but I've decided not to, because although this is the right stage of cutting your Supernapier, because the nutritive content right now is very high compared to when it is overgrown. So take advantages of the situation you are in. Plant. If you have a $9, please do something. Yeah. Buy some cuttings, plant a retro, and then from there you'll get other cuttings that you may need. Yeah. You don't have to buy 10,000 cuttings and all that. No, 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 no. Just a bit. If you are not planting this season, and then by next season, if you are planting, you'll have enough cuttings for your whole land. So take advantages of all that, and be on a safer side when it comes to fodder security. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, guys, consider subscribing. Put a comment if you may have any question concerning either crops or livestock farming. Don't feel shy, just ask. Feel free to ask anything, and I will respond to each and every comment. So for those who have already subscribed to my channel, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and looking forward to be uploading more educative content, and you be learning one or two things when it comes to agriculture. So thank you for watching, and may you have a wonderful time.